So this is the given question. So taking potential at point B to be 0. So here I am assuming potential at point B to be 0. Find a potential at point D. So potential at point D we are supposed to calculate. Okay. So definitely one point which I can say, potential at point D minus potential at point B is equals to potential difference across 6 microfarads capacitor. Can I write like this? Can I write like this, ma? Is it correct or not? Clear, ma? So potential difference at point D minus potential difference at point B. So where this potential has gone, that potential is consumed by this 6 microfarads capacitor. Okay. So therefore, if you take potential difference between these 2 points, that is nothing but the potential which is stored in 6 microfarads capacitor. Now let us see how can I calculate what is the potential which is stored in 6 microfarads capacitor. Okay, ma? So here I see 2 parallel branches, no, ma? So 12 microfarads and 6 microfarads, they are connected in series. To this one, 2 microfarads capacitor, it is connected in parallel. Are you able to understand? So therefore, now can you say what is the potential difference across this branch and what is the potential difference across the upper branch? Can you say? Total potential supplied is 24 volts. Clear, ma? What is the potential difference across this branch and what is the potential difference across the upper branch? Come on. Potential difference across this branch will be how much? Potential difference across this branch will be how much? How much? See, they are parallel branches, no? They are parallel branches. So parallel branches means what? Potential difference across any parallel branch, it must be equal. So therefore, if I take this point to be having a potential of how much? 24 volts, then this point will have a potential of 0. Then potential difference across this branch is also 24 volts. Potential difference across this branch is also 24 volts. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. So therefore, what I can write as branches are connected, in parallel. Clear, ma? So potential difference across every branch. Potential difference across every branch must be how much? It should be 24 volts only. Clear, ma? So therefore, potential difference across 2 microfarads is also 24. Similarly, potential difference across 12, 6 combinedly, it also should be equal to 24. Clear, ma? But that is not what I want to know. I want a potential difference only across a 6 microfarad capacitor. That one how can I calculate? Can you say? I want a potential difference only across 6 microfarad capacitor. That one how can I calculate? Clear, ma? See, ma, V is equals to Q divided by C, no? Already we have studied this one. Potential difference across a capacitor, V is equals to Q divided by C. Okay. Now, 12 and 6, they are connected in series, no, ma? 12 microfarads and 6 microfarads are connected in what kind of connection? Are connected in series. That's all, no? So what is the speciality of series connection? What is the speciality of series connection? How charges will be distributed in series capacitors, ma? Come on. How charges are present in series capacitors? Equal amount of charge will be present. So if in a 12 microfarads capacitor, Q amount of charge is present, on 6 microfarads also, Q amount of charge is present. That is the concept of series combination, no, ma? Because already we have studied that charge is supplied only to first plate of first capacitor. Remaining all the charges will be induced charges. So definitely what is the charge present on first capacitor? That will be the charge present on every series capacitor also. Clear? So therefore can I say that in this branch, in this top branch, can I say Q is a constant? Can I say, ma? In this top branch, in this capacitor and this capacitor also, can I say charge is constant or not? Come on, you should answer. Definitely I can say charge is a constant, no? If charge is a constant, V is inversely proportional to capacitance. V is inversely proportional to capacitance. What is the meaning of this one? If capacitance is greater, then potential difference across the plates of that capacitor will be lesser. That is the meaning of this one. So already we have derived a relation between potential difference and capacitance if two capacitors are connected in series connection. What is the relation? Relation is this one, Noma. Relation is V1 is equals to V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Do you remember this one? In previous calculations, we have calculated this one. V1 is equals to V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. What is meant by V here? V is the potential difference across total branch. Clear, ma? V1 is what? V1 is potential difference across the first capacitor. V2 is a potential difference across second capacitor. Total potential is nothing but V1 plus V2, which is called as V. Clear? Similarly, V2 value, how can I write? V2 can be written as V into C1 divided by C1 plus C2. So here potential and capacitance, they are inversely proportional to each other. So first of all, if I get V1 here I will get C2. Here if I write V2, then here I have to write C1. Okay. Now, can't you calculate potential difference across this capacitor, ma? I can calculate potential difference across 6 microfarads capacitor, no? How can I calculate? Let us see. So V2 is nothing but potential difference across 6 microfarad capacitor is equals to, what is the total potential difference across this branch? Total potential difference is 24 volts. Clear, ma? So 24 into C1. What is meant by C1? This is a C1, this is a C2. Clear, ma? So C1 is 12. 12 divided by C1 plus C2. C1 plus C2 means 12 plus 6 is 12 plus 6, which is equal to 18. So therefore total it is how much? V2 is equals to potential difference across a 6 microfarads capacitor. So 24 into 12 divided by 18. So how much, ma? 6 3s are 6 4s are. So 3 1s are 3 4s are. So total how much? It is equals to 16 volts. Clear, ma? So what is the potential drop? Potential drop in 6 microfarad capacitor, it is equal to 16 volts. Okay. Now can't you calculate potential at point D, ma? This relation already we have written, no? Substitute here. So VD minus VB. VD minus VB is equal to nothing but potential difference across 6 microfarads capacitor, which is 16 volts. So therefore VD is equals to 16 plus VB. In the question only he asked us to calculate potential at point B to be 0, no, to assume potential at point B to be 0. So substitute here. So 16 plus 0 is equal to 16 volts. So therefore potential at point D here, potential at point D is how much? It is equal to 16 volts. That is our answer. Okay. So all of you, have you understood, ma, how we are doing this calculation? This distribution of potential in parallel branches is very, very, very important concept, ma. Clear? See, ma, potential difference across this branch and upper branch, both of them it is equal to 24. Clear? Now, these two branches, they are connected in series connection. These two capacitors, 12 microfarads and 6 microfarads. So definitely charge stored in both of them must be equal. Charge will be equal. Clear? So if charges are equal, then this relation I can write. Distribution of potential is inversely proportional to capacitors. And in parallel, in capacitors which are connected in series connection, this relation I can use. So V1 is equals to V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. V2 is equals to V into C1 divided by C1 plus C2. What is V here? V is the potential difference across total branch. Okay, ma? Here if I am writing V2, here I have to write C1 because they are inversely proportional. Here if I am writing V1, here I have to write C2 because again they are inversely proportional. Clear? That's all. Very easily we have done the calculation. Okay, ma? So make a note up to here, then I will give you some more questions. Right. So this is the given arrangement of capacitors. So 4 capacitors are given, C1, C2, C3 and C4, and they are connected to a battery of potential difference V0. Okay. So we are supposed to find out potential difference between point A and point B. So VA minus VB, that we are supposed to calculate. Clear, ma? And also he is asking a condition in which VA minus VB will become 0. Potential difference VA and VB, it should become 0. That condition also we are supposed to derive. Okay. So with the help of a potential distribution, which we have discussed in the last question, try to do this problem. Okay, ma? Come on. Calculate potential difference between A and B. So let us call this point as point X, and I will call this point as point Y. Okay, ma? Now can I say Vx minus Va is equals to potential difference across C1, Vx minus Vb is equals to potential difference across C3. Can I say like this, ma? See if it is correct or not. Is it correct? Correct or not? So if you take this point to be x, then Vx minus Va, what is this one? This will be the potential drop in capacitor C1. Clear? Similarly, if I take Vx minus Vb, then what is that one? That is the potential difference across capacitor C3. Clear? So Vx minus Va is Vc1, Vx minus Vb is Vc3. So I have written equations up to here. Now I can calculate potential differences. Yes, ma'am. That's the one answer you got. Okay, let us see. Clear? So I will calculate potential difference across C1 and I will calculate potential difference across C3 first of all. So already in the last class we have studied that formula now. With the help of that formula we are going to study this one. Let us calculate potential difference across the capacitor C1. How can I calculate, ma? So Vc1 is equals to V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. This is the relation now, ma? Vc1 is equals to V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So what is the total potential difference across this branch? Across this total branch, potential difference is nothing but V2, V0, because this branch and this branch, they are connected in parallel connection. So V0 into C2. Here what is C2? If this is C1, this is my C2. So into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So this is potential difference across capacitor Vc1, which is also called as Vx minus Va. That's all, ma? Similarly, now I will calculate a potential difference across C3. So potential difference across C3, how I can write? Again, same relation. So if I call this one as C1 and if I call this one as C2, then V into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear now, ma? So potential difference in the branch is V0. So if this is a C1, this is my C2. Clear now, ma? So therefore I will write C4 divided by C3 plus C4. Okay. So this is nothing but Vx minus Vb. So this is Vx minus Vb. So I got relation up to here. Understood, ma, all of you? So Vc1, I have calculated potential difference across C1. I have calculated potential difference across C3. So which is nothing but Vx minus Va and Vx minus Vb. So from these two relations, I can calculate Va minus Vb, no? How can I calculate Va minus Vb? So very simple. So this is equation number 2, equation number 1. You try to do 2 minus 1. Clear, ma? 2 minus 1. If I do 2 minus 1, then what I will get? Vx minus Vb minus of, first equation is Vx minus Va. So this is what I will get. So Vx minus Vb minus Vx plus Va, this is the relation which I will get, plus Vx minus Vx get cancelled. So I will get Va minus Vb. Okay, ma? So Va minus Vb. So therefore Va minus Vb is what? I have to do 2 minus 1 now. So this is 2, this is 1. So 2 is what? 2 is V0 into C4 divided by C3 plus C4 minus, now first equation. First equation is V0 into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So simplify this one. That will be my required potential difference between points A and B. So Va minus Vb is this relation. Okay, ma? Now let us simplify this one. So Va minus Vb. So I can take V0 to be common, and the total LCM is C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. This is the total LCM which I will get. Okay, ma? So therefore I will get C4 into C1 plus C2 plus minus here. So minus C2 into C3 plus C4. Okay, ma? So I got relation up to here. Okay. So first of all make a note up to here. Then we will further simplify this one. Okay. Come on. Now let us further simplify this one. If I further simplify this one, then I will get VA minus VB is equals to C1 C4 plus C2 C4 minus C2 C3 minus C2 C4 divided by C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. Clear now, ma? So what are the terms which will get cancelled? This one and this one will be cancelled. So VA minus VB is equals to C1 C4 minus C2 C3 divided by C1 plus C2 into C3 plus C4. Okay. So this is the potential difference between points A and B. This is our answer. Okay. So then he is asking one more question also, no? What is the second question he is asking, ma? Second question which he is asking is VA minus VB, if it should become 0, then what is the condition? Can you say what is that condition? So if VA minus VB should become 0, then what is the required condition? Come on. Yes, that's all. Required condition is this numerator should become 0. That's all. No? So therefore, if this total one, if I equate this one to 0, then this total term will become 0 also. Then it means that C1, C4 is equals to C2, C3. So this is the relation which I will get. Clear, ma? So if this condition is satisfied, definitely I can say that potential at point A and potential at point B will be 0. So this is nothing but the condition of Wheatstone bridge, no, ma? This is the exact condition of which type of bridge? Wheatstone bridge. So if you connect to points between A, if you place any capacitor in between A and B also, charge is not going to flow in between A and B. That is the meaning of this one. Okay, ma? Make a note up to here.